Welcome back to Whiskey with E. I'm Eric. Now today, whiskey with the E or without the E, I'm not actually sure because Australia is either with the E or without the E. I mean, there's no basic guideline. Bourbon is with the E, Scotch is without the E. Australian whiskey can depend on the distillery. So, today, the final sample out of the Father's Day whiskey tasting kit coming out of Aldi. Now, this has been a very special tasting kit, in my opinion, because you had little things like Upshot Red Corn. Now, that was an award winner. Now for the final sample today, we are trying BOSQUE VERDE. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. Coming out of COROWA Distilling Co., which is coming out of New South Wales. So here is the sample bottle, if you guys can see that. Alright, so coming in at 46% ABV. Now, let me have a little read. I'll pour it up and we'll have a little read, shall we? Alrighties. Now note, this was the darkest sample out of all the samples, so I was actually really excited for this one. Oh, look at that. Maybe I'll save some. Alright, we're saving some. We're saving some. Alright, we'll put that up here for now. See, look at the color of that. Look at that, guys. That is a beautiful, lovely golden copper. Normally Australian whiskies have this more yellow vibe, golden, like a real bright yellow straw-like colors, but that is really dark. So I'm assuming it's some kind of cherry or port kind of cask or something like that. So you know what? Let's have a little read and find out. Alrighties. So, COROWA Distilling Co. BOSQUE VERDE single malt from COROWA, New South Wales. The flagship single malt from COROWA Distilling Co. in rural New South Wales. This superb dram has been aged in American oak barrels that previously held tawny wine, Australia's answer to port. The final product is a bright, malty and nutty spirit that has developed an incredible depth of flavor, benefiting from accelerated aging due to COROWA's warm climate. Whew! Let's get right into it. Alrighties. Now let's have a little look here, shall we? I like to coat the glass a bit so you can give it a little roll like so. Some may do the twirl, but some may argue that might agitate the whiskey too much. But, I mean, how much can you agitate it? We're just getting rid of the ethanol fumes, right? Alright. Oh, look at that. Slow legs. Very slow drips. I have a feeling this is going to be nice and oily. Nice and viscous, I'm hoping. At least it's 46%. Now, here in Australia, not a lot of things is at a higher percent. Now everything is already pretty expensive. Maybe normally you're getting bottles at 500 ml instead of 700 ml, and normally very extreme crazy prices. Now this retails for roughly $150 to $160 if you Google up this BOSQUE VERDE. I can't really pronounce it, can I? Am I saying it right? Let me know. Alright, so let's see if it would be worth it paying that much. Now, keep in mind this is a non-age stated product. I don't know if it's chill filtered or not, but let's get right into it. Here we go, on the nose. Oh. Wow. This is really subtle. Alright, so at first you're thinking, alright, if we're going to have examples to, remind of what it's familiar of, then it's really similar to like a Speyside Scotch. Like you're getting like a slight apples, slight pears, but there's more of like a red berry in there, alright? So it's not as predominant like a You know, like those Glenlivets, like that green apple. No, it's not that predominant. This is actually all integrated in with, like, there's vanilla, there's caramel. I think there's some honey in there. With this backbone, like an underlying kind of oaky, kind of like a charred oak barrel. Oh, it's not bad. Oh, have a look at this color. Have a look at the color. Look at that, eh? So yeah, you're getting like a raspberries, like it's like berries. It's really like a bright fruits mixed in with like a dark element there. All right. Now, as you're giving this a little bit of time, all right, normally if you let it open up a bit, it's going to start changing. The port. All right, so they used export barrels. Now, port just came through just then, but more of a nice, well-aged port, like more of the you know, those nuttier profiles, that the prunes and the raisins, you know, not like your ruby ports that is real more bright and fruity. No, this is more of a nice aged port. Slight grassy notes, you know, you could call it malty. You know what? The nose is awesome, but will it justify the $150 to $160 price point? Let's find out. Alright, oh my goodness. The problem is the non-age stated situation. Now, if there is an age statement with a higher price point, we can try to justify paying the price. But sometimes here in Australia, since the climate is hot, everything ages a whole lot quicker, and by the end of it, it's all about rarity and limited release. So that's how the price can be valued, and that's how something can get sought after. Now, this isn't like a limited release or anything like that, but the price is still up there, considering. Yeah, what? It's just beautiful. I can't. I'm gonna get right into this. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm just still admiring the beauty of it. Woo! All right, here we go, guys. Cheers, everyone. Drink responsibly. Who's tried it? Let me know in the comments. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm-hmm. 46%. There's no bite to that. All right, so it just rolls over like baking spices. Mm, mm, mm. You're getting like a slight citrus kind of vibes. That raisins, that prunes is kind of coming out, but not completely like a real cherried cast finish something, you know. Like, keep in mind this is export barrel, but it's not as predominantly port as like the Quinton Reuben or something, for example. If you're thinking in the world of scotches, if you've tried that, now that is really, really portish, if you understand where I'm coming from. This is really subtle. So I don't know, maybe it wasn't aged for too long, or like all the flavors is there. It's complex, it's interesting, it's balanced. You know, you got the, it's just all, it's a nice ride. You know what? Let's go in for the second one. See, that was just the first sip, guys, and it wasn't bad. Normally, you need to give your palate time to acclimate to the alcohol, but perfectly fine. There you go. Cheers, everyone. Let's go in for the second one. Oh, let's have a look at these legs. Ah, goodness. Wow. All right, let's go in for the second one. Cheers, everyone. Yep. Baking spices. Slight citrusy notes. Like some brown sugar. And it kind of is rolling into chocolate, but it's not like a milk chocolate. This is more like a dark chocolate, almost heading towards like a dark roasted malt kind of vibe. Not necessarily heading towards coffee, but it was kind of heading towards that way. You know what? It's very interesting. Now, I'm sure if you had a bottle of this, maybe if you got to explore it, you'd probably pick out a whole lot more, and the bottle will probably open up and start to change. But this is just a 30 ml sample, so this is just my first impressions. But considerably, the finish, it's actually medium to long. Well, not really long, but it is medium. I mean, keep in mind, guys, it is 46%, but it is not bad. I mean, it is very interesting. That is pretty much Australian whiskey is in this direction, but let's just say a whole lot of them is very typical, atypical. You know, you're getting the typical. It just reminds you of like a Speyside Scotch or something, if not worse. But anyways, this is not bad. Do I recommend this? Yes, I recommend you try this. But the price point, that could be an issue. So if we're about budgeting here, then I'm going to have to just stick with a rare breed or something like that. But if you wanted to try different Australian whiskies, then maybe you're going to need to give this a try. But, I mean, it's good, but it's not blowing my mind per se. So I don't know if I would pay $150 to $160 for a bottle. But cheers, everyone. Drink responsibly. Who's tried it? What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments. Just starts to be more approachable and soft as it goes on. But anyways, I'll catch you all next time.